3-0, which is great, but you had to work for it, though, tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, they're a pretty resilient bunch. There's times also we'd get out to 7, 6, 7, 8 points, and next thing you know, it was back to 2 or 3 again. But, they I knew I figured they'd play hard here at home, and they did, and they're much improved from when we played them early in the year. So, and they got one really good hitter on the outside. So, we did our best to try to slow her down, and then I think some of the other girls have definitely improved since that first time we played them, though. So
when you face a good hitter like that, what are you trying to do, and who are you looking at to try to block that ball? Because it can't always be the back row.
Yeah, the thing is, we're having, we got Tori who's 6'3". We got her on there, and then we brought Ellie Herikoff off the bench, and we brought her in there to help her double down. And I think in that, one match they got a couple good blocks on her, and maybe frustrated her a little bit, but she has assortment of shots. And she does a nice job of mixing them up. So, and they do a nice job of moving around. So it's not as easy as it says just to put Ellie and Tori on her. But if they're not hitting on that half of the court, then it's kind of hard to have Ellie on her. But for the most part, they do like to hit from the left side with her. So we try to get Ellie on her as much as you can. So,
but when it does go to the back row on a couple of shots, and how many tonight? That Maddie Schuster, man, she stands in there. Isn't she fun to watch?
Yeah, I tell you what, I just the thing is, Mark, and she's so doggone hard on herself that in between sets 2 and 3, she was feeling bad because her passing wasn't perfect. And I said, Maddie, most people can be happy with, how the way you're passing the ball. Boy, she came out of that, and she had a couple. They hit it around that block, and she had a couple. And all night, not just then, but really stood out in set 3 when we went on that little run. Man, she stood in there, and you're right. She is a tough kid. So.
It's so fun, too, to just see the expression on her face, which is pretty much nothing. Yeah. She just kind of stands there and goes, all right, bring it on.
Is that it? That's all you got? And that's the kind of look she kind of gives. And, and the thing is about it, Mark, is not only is she saving it, but she's saving it, and it's going right back up to setter so we can run offense out of it. It's just not some wild save. She stands in there and just passes it right back up to the setter, and here we're back in offense again. So,
can you tell us too about what you're trying to do with I think 2 similar players when I look at Izzy Calbo and Brooke Reeland? What are you trying to do with them out there?
Yeah, the thing is about them is they're more athletic, than I would say Tori and Ellie. They're quicker, so we try to pick the tempo up with them a little bit, and we got into they had a little bit of a hard time defending our right side block. I thought Izzy was pretty successful tonight blocking. There's times she was getting underneath her hands when she's, hitting. She did a nice job. Blocking, she got a little bit underneath her hands, and there's a few down on this side. But it was a tall order trying to block that Foslin girl too. But but then Brooke, I think Brooke just, we try to move her around and just, and make the other team just kind of chase her a little bit. And I think too. I really think I think she's been really, really good. I think her and Sierra have kind of got that chemistry between the two of them, and they can pick up that tempo and turn around and hit it down, and which is nice. It just helps get that block off of the outside and makes it easier for the outside hitters to hit some kind of seam if they can run that quicker stuff in the middle. And same thing with Izzy on the backside though too. I thought Izzy, one of the things we worked with Izzy on is that we don't want to take her out of offense when all of a sudden we're not passing the ball great and we have to set her 4 or 5 feet off the net. We still want her to be able to hit that ball or do something with it. Just, she can't hit it out of bounds or hit it in the net. And I thought tonight, I thought she did a really nice job on that backside. And, as well as, I think, Kinsey and Rhea and Maddie did a great job of passing, and she was herself. She was awesome. So, but it was a good overall match. Tori had a big block there at the end. She just going to say wasn't going to be denied, and turned around and came and blocked the one at the end there. So, but a good night overall. And honestly, I have a lot of respect for her. I think Missy has a good team, and I think they'll do some damage in Class 1A. So, it'll be fun. You got to remember this, Mark. They beat Melrose, and I think Melrose has a decent team. And obviously, you've seen it the other night when they beat Bold. So, this is the first match of the second time around in the conference, And I believe they're going to be a little bit more like this. They're going to be drawn out, harder played. Everybody starts to know each other, fairly well. These are not going to be. They're not going to be easy match in there. So we just one match at a time, and we got to play like we did tonight. I thought we played fairly well tonight. So
I do want to bring up one more player.
Yep.
As you mentioned, C. They call her C.
Yep.
Sierra Court.
Yep.
Every team needs a hitter, though, that can keep the defense kind of moving back.
Yeah,
and
yep.
she can bring that to the team, doesn't she?
Yeah, yep. She can. She does, which in turn will give her a little more leeway on hitting mistakes because she does swing hard and she does get the other team on her heels. But one of the nice things, Mark, is I thought April did a great job of setting her on the backside tonight, and she took some swings from that right side. And like I said, I thought West Central had a little trouble with defending from the right side, but she had she had 2-3 kills from that backside where they were nice rips on the backside. So you're right. You need that girl that's going to turn around and get them back on their heels, and she certainly can do that. And I think maybe the one other thing about her is she plays good defense. She'll dive all over the place and get the ball. So there's a lot on her plate, but I think she can handle it. So, but yeah, I thought we played good. I thought we served well. I think April served well, started the tone, and we served well too. And April set well. So, looking at here, April had 18 set assists. That's, if you have five a set in a 6-2, that's pretty good. She ended up with 18. But then also, Mark, you got to remember who she's setting. Well, Sierra in 3 rotations. So it goes hand in hand. We have to pass the ball well, and if we pass the ball well, we can set the ball, and we can put the ball away then. So
okay, I was thinking about
one goes hand in hand. So.
One more thing, then we got to close out.
Yep.
When Maddie Schuster is serving, how many points does she get?
Yeah, she's tough. I'm telling you what. The thing is, and I've kind of like relinquished that role of calling where she's serving to Jenna. And Jenna's given her place to serve, and I thought there was times we stayed away from Foslin, and then there's times we went after her and tried. I think a good serve, any good serve, is a serve that makes the other team move their feet. That's a good serve. If you can get that ball to knuckle down and make them run to go get it. It didn't take us long to realize that libero was on. She was passing the ball, putting just dimes, and I told her, I told Jen, I said, just stay away from the libero. Let's go after anybody else and try to serve at anybody else or any other spot as much as any other person. But you're right. God, Maddie had a great night. I think Maddie had a good night. But Kinsey Ritter had a good night serving too. So it's nice. Mark, that that's always been a big part of our game is serving. We got to serve and we got to serve receive. That's the start. To start, you have to serve well and you have to serve receive well. And if you can do them things, you can be pretty successful. So, but it was a good match, Mark.